Welcome back, everyone. We are live again with more Valley State action. This week we take on the Toledo Rockets out of Ohio. And of course, coming off the big MAC win last week against Ohio, the Bobcats. So as we do typically, we're going to go ahead and get this kicked off with a little bit of recruiting. Made a few updates to the board. We do have huge news. We have an official commit for the season. Valley State has its first official commit. So we did it. Chris Corbett is official out of Orland Park, Illinois. Going to be the first signee for this year's incoming freshman class. Excited to get Chris off of our board and in our team as we can free up 500 points to use elsewhere. But really excited to finally have that first official commit, 4-star Chris Corbett out of Illinois. We still are pursuing Jason Mason, of course, going to be a centerpiece out of Oregon, Ohio, for the future of our O-line there. Mike Brown, this one's kind of the tough one. So he is a 4-star, highly recruited, great overall, 80 overall gem. And you can see, even with 500 points and our 175 bonus, we are still dropping quickly against LSU. We are falling quickly on Mike Brown, and it makes me a little nervous because I obviously don't want to keep dumping 500 points into him if we're going to go down 375 a week. Joe Andrews, and you can see we're 97% locked. He did visit last week, week 5, when Ohio came to town. So we are just about there and would love to get Joe locked up here for Valley State so we can free up another 200 points. You know about Chris Smith. He is the soon-to-be quarterback for Valley State, hopefully. Not a huge lock percentage, but still a large lead on Chris Smith. We took our points off Calvin Williams, and you can see we had 100 or so points, 150 points going into last week. Still fell. And we'll keep him on the board. I'm really tempted just to get rid of him. We took our points away. We're dropping to Ohio State. Come in here, we've got Bill Jackson. We talked about Bill Jackson last week, and we're really excited to get this prospect added to the board. He's just miles above where Calvin Williams would be from our standpoint. You know about our athletes, Lawrence Norman, Omar Booth. We are still battling with them. As you can see, we're still edging out Ohio State. We have enough points in there to keep that bonus. And then we are miles ahead for Lawrence Norman. What we really love about Lawrence Norman is look at that acceleration and speed. He could be a real difference maker, pop the top off the defense. We've been looking for that all season. So hopefully Lawrence Norman will end up at Valley State next year. You know about the battles of the ends. We are looking good on both of those. And we're going to keep the points invested. You can see that plus 250. Again, we did miss a bye from last episode to this one. Navy did get a little bit of a bonus. They're kind of creeping back up, but not even close. So we still feel good about Anthony Jackson. A lot of scholarships on the board there for Sanders. 60% lock, and we are a few weeks before that visit, so we'd really like to make an impact. They have a huge bonus, so hopefully they're just a little bit less on the radar of Texas and more in favor of coming to Valley State for Sanders. Julian Dixon, we still look good. We did bump that point up a little bit. Looks like Southeast might be coming in with some points, so just want to add that little bit of a buffer. Here is that battle for that number 1 athlete in the country. So Southeast also found the number 1 athlete the same week we did. We both have similar bonuses, but hopefully we put 500 points in this week. And it's going to be a race for the number 1 recruit in the country between the users and it looks like potentially Notre Dame. Also added some players here. Philip Hart, 79 overall. Really excited about this kid. No one seems to be going for him, so I'm not sure why, but he is out of Ohio. So again, another Midwest kid. Ohio might become a pipeline after this year. Number 7 wide receiver in the country, 5-star out of Ohio. So again, Philip Hart. Reggie Hunt. Nothing crazy on the speed and acceleration skills, but just a solid back for the future of Valley State. So with that, we've just got a few more updates I want to give to you all. We do have a new member to the online dynasty. Scuba Steve will be taking UTSA, the Roadrunners, out of San Antonio. in this dynasty, so our dynasty is expanding. Looks like he did win his first game ever, 28-7. Italian Baller wins big, did drop 1 rank in the overall picture, but still in the top 25, 80-34 over UTEP. So quite the showing from the Italian Baller of late. Certainly showing himself to be a front runner in this online dynasty. But without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get into the game. We are playing Toledo. We are back on the road. Our last road game was in Norman, Oklahoma. You can see here, we are a little outgunned compared to last week. So Toledo is going to be looking pretty good at home. We are live at the Toledo Stadium. And a new uniform combo we haven't seen this year. Black helmets, white tops, and black pants. Pretty similar look to our uniforms in Oklahoma, but of course the black helmet for our conference play. And here we are at the Glass Bowl in Toledo, Ohio for our second week of MAC action. On the road, Valley State will be taking on the Rockets. Dolls set to kick this one deep at the Glass Bowl. Wind at our back as we are set to begin. As Toledo takes the field for the first time. Gonna be Clement covering the middle here. Actually, we'll switch to Hubbard. We got the tight end. Tight end on a quick out here. We gotta make a play. I miss him again. McDermott. Gosh, man, we missed him again. I really struggle with the defense, especially at the beginning of the game. McDermott gets him from the back. Not after a pickup of 10, though. We had good coverage finally, at least from the user perspective, there with Hubbard. But the quarterback able to scamper for 10. As we are set, 1st and 10. As we got to get a sack. We do! We're in the backfield. Carter Bradley goes down. Jamond Minor, the cornerback, picks up the sack, and what a huge start for the defense. Gonna bring up 2nd and 12 for the Rockets. As we've got Hubbard in the middle zone here. It's gonna be a run play. We try to fill the gap, but gosh, we were there for a second. And he's still going. Look at the plays. Tripped up from behind, Kyle Wall with the saving tackle. Number 26 there. And I've really tried to practice my defensive play, man. I really tried. I filled the gap well. I read it. I just strafed because my hit stick apparently has been, I've just not been good at it. So we strafed through the hole and we just go right on by the halfback. Again, just proving that maybe we're just bad at playing linebacker, but we're going to get better. 1st and 10 for Toledo after the big run from their halfback. Another run. It is going to be an option. Big play from our safety there. Carter Bradley picks up 9. 2nd and 1. Shotgun formation. Fill the hole. Gotta get there. Does break the tackle. Kovac breaks the tackle from Hubbard, but it's going to be picked up by Elgin Bowen, the cornerback, with the stop after the first broken tackle. It's going to bring up 3rd down. 3rd and 4. It'll be a big stop on the first drive as Hubbard's going to have the tight end. Actually, the halfback out of the backfield. Going to stay in the block. We're going to bring a little bit of pressure. Hubbard's there. Got a hit, big hit. Doesn't happen. Great pass. Devin Maddox, the receiver, over the middle. Tried to have the big hit to jostle that one loose. Not in the cards for us. Toledo scores quickly. And with that is going to go up 7. We're going to switch it up. They're going to play off a little bit. We'll prove that we can throw the ball. Edgar Allen's our #1 receiver. Got to have him. Edgar Allen. Got to cut. Makes a man miss, but is tackled from behind. 20-yard reception, Edgar Allen. As the pass play starts the game off here for Valley State. Great ball from Jackson as Edgar Allen gets us started. Here we go. Looking for the zone to the left as Jackson's going to look for, Majerus going to look for a little bit of room. Nothing there. Toledo filled the gaps pretty quickly, and it's been a pretty consistent theme here. Our O-line has really been struggling to make the blocks that we need, and that's why we've had such a heavy focus on the O-line in our recruiting board. As Jake Majerus is going to catch a bubble screen off the sideline, down the sideline, he's going to get 9. Going to bring up 3rd and 1 for the Crusaders after that reception. 3rd and 1 for the Crusaders, and they're going to come out a bunch formation to the left. So we are looking to just run the ball right at this defense. Got to hold the blocks for 1 second. Man, we're not going to get there again every time. I feel like we've got an opportunity, and all of a sudden it is 4th and 1. Dangerous look. We had this same issue last week. We couldn't pick up a yard against the Sooners. Actually, that was 2 weeks ago against the Sooners. I think we got it here, though. Jackson on the keeper. Going to pick up the first down and more, as it's a 12-yard keeper for Jackson. Ball on the 18, so we are in the red zone, and we are just going to go for a dagger here. Two deep safety look, and I really like Cummings through the middle of the field here. Everyone else looks like they got pretty good matchup, as it might have been offsides, but we have the middle. Kenny Cummings, touchdown, Valley State. And what an answer from the Crusaders, as Jackson goes 3 for 3 with a touchdown pass to cap off the drive to Kenny Cummings. Barring the extra point, this one will be knotted up. Kick is through the uprights. That is good. All tied up here at the Glass Bowl. 1st and 10 as Toledo back on the field after the Crusaders with the answer last time. Hubbard going to have the halfback out of the backfield sprinting over there. It's going to clear us out, as it's going to be a 10-yard reception for Bryce Mitchell. And I believe Kyle Wall on the stop there. 2nd and inches for the Rockets, as we're going to bring a little pressure. It's 2nd down and inches. We got to bring a little pressure. We'll pack the box, but be deep if we have to. And we should have been. We absolutely should have been. Kyle Wall is going to be our last defense. Kyle Wall saves a touchdown. And we brought that safety up. We tried to make an impact. We got just pushed in the wash there, as Toledo scampers big. We're going to have the halfback out of the backfield. Big hit from Clement across the middle. Devin Maddox holds on to the ball with a pickup of 6. That's his 2nd reception of the day, but Clement hitting him hard. Hubbard with the flat here. 2nd and 4. Got to cover our man. Got to get him, and that's good enough. It's good enough for a first down, just enough. 4-yard pickup for, wow. Heck, I'm going to call him Danzel, because that's a tough name. Bradley, 4 for 4 now, 38 yards. Got to get him. We're trailing. Just bulls over. That was Jared Green. That's the real Jared Green, number 15. Jared Green got pummeled by Koback there. And that is going to bring up 1st and goal for the Rockets. And it is proving to be tough to stop this offense. But you'd like to see a little bit more effort on our part, as we've got to cover the zone here. That was tough. I was put in a tough spot. They had a crosser with a sit. So they found the hole. I had to choose one. I chose the wrong one. As Toledo coming out on fire. 14-7. Toledo hitting the field again here for our 2nd drive. Need a big answer from the Crusaders to knot it up here with the Rockets, as they are going to play Majerus. Jackson's got some space. He gets the blocks, and that's a pickup of 13. Nay, 14 for Majerus, as he's got 495 on the season rushing. He's been a pivotal part of this offense as the weeks go by. Great pickup for Jackson. That will bring up a fresh set of downs for the Crusaders. We're going to try to get Jeff Hunter in space here. He's our speedster on the bubble screen. Not a great pass, but Jeff Hunter going to put his head down and pick up 10 on the bubble screen to the right side of the field there. Marquise Jackson starting out 4 for 4 on this game, as we have got trips left here for the Valley State Crusaders, and it's going to be a sweep to that left side. Didn't play it too well, so we're going to pick up 2 with Jackson on the sweep. Here we go, 2nd down and 8 for the Crusaders, as they've got double halfbacks in the backfield. It's going to be an option for Jackson, and he's going to give it to Dykes. Dykes is not going to pick up any yards there, as the Rockets were really crowding the box. That will be the end of the first quarter, as Toledo up on the Crusaders, 14-7. Crusaders back out their 5-receiver look, as we've got our bread and butter formation here. We are looking to pick up these 8 yards on 3rd down. Looking for Osborne, and it is deflected by Justin Clark. Good defense from the Rockets there. Probably should have been looking toward the middle of the field. And we're going to go for it. I know this is controversial. We are near midfield, though. And really, we've got to have this ball. Same play call. So can they stop it twice? Oh, golly, man. Jackson's got to make a play. It's shrugged off. That's another pick. And Valley State, we have had a lot of picks lately. Bad read by me. That's just a no-doubter. Not 100, you know, it's nothing Jackson's fault. It's my fault. Went for it on fourth, but that's what we got to expect. As great play by Kyle Wall there on the screenplay. It's going to bring up 2nd and 11 for the Rockets. And quickly, Valley State in a little bit of trouble here. 2nd and 11 for the Rockets as they come out in a double wide set. I abandoned the zone for whatever reason in my brain, and they, oh my goodness, they just keep breaking tackles. Isaiah Winstead, 7 for 7 as Carter Bradley, as this is quickly escalating for the Valley State Crusaders, and they are making the Toledo Rockets look like a MAC champion. That's going to be 21-7, Toledo on top of the Crusaders here. We've got to buckle down and focus, as Valley State takes the field after the last turnover on 4th down. Not a great showing from the Crusaders. As Majerus gets the reception on the bubble screen. Pick up a 4 for 21, Jake Majerus. As Valley State is going to be looking to make some pretty quick plays here. So we're one-on-one over there. Jeff Hunter trying to get the ball here, and does. We'll go ahead and keep the same defense on the field. Majerus in motion. As... I mean, our right tackle and right guard just had a player split a double team, man. And that is going to lose 2 on the keeper for Jackson, as we are quickly behind the sticks, like Joe Osborne here. Don't know if I do. We've got the sideline. Kenny Cummings drops the ball. It's 3rd and 12. We've had a lot of drops lately. And this is another big 3rd down as we're behind the sticks, 3rd and 12. We haven't established the run as we got to look across the middle of the field. And we throw another pick. Golly, man. That's tough. We are looking rough against the Rockets in Toledo, the Glass Bowl. And this is going to be a heck of a comeback if we are planning to do it. It just aren't looking good today. And it might be 100% user. Hubbard is going to bring a little bit of pressure. We've got to get there. And there's just nobody to fill the holes. And maybe that's us. Maybe it's the blitz. They're taking care of it. 20-yard pickup for Koback. Quickly getting out of hand here for the Valley State Crusaders. Oh, man. We are missing with the hit sticks. We have players in position at this point. Now it's just me. It's just getting frustrated. Isaiah Winstead picks up 17 right there. Toledo is just rolling Valley State right now, as we could end up 3 touchdowns down. We just can't. They're breaking tackles. Another 9-yard pickup. There hasn't even been an incomplete pass from Toledo in this one. Their defense has played outstanding. I haven't done much better. I can't get the run going. And going to go ahead and dare them to pass this ball as we actually have this stacked up. And there's just nobody there. Touchdown, Toledo. As they look great here in the first half. 28-7 Toledo Rockets. We just have to get the ball in the end zone. We haven't passed halfway point. Haven't passed the midway point in the field yet. Oh, geez. Go ahead and get to our playmaker. He's only going to pick up 3. 2nd and 7 for the Valley State Crusaders, as we have had little to no answer. Jeff Hunter does pick up the reception there. 421 with Jeff Hunter, and Jeff is about the only bright spot of the day so far. Back to Jeff Hunter. Jeff Hunter down the sideline, 30, 20, 15, 10, 5. Finally tackled at the 5-yard line. 1st and goal, Valley State. And that's, at this point, what we need. We need quick answers, as we are down 21 early. Here's where we really struggle as a team. So here we go. 1st and goal. Touchdown. Had to have it. Joe Osborne with the reception there. They gave us too much of an open look to not like that. Valley State is finally back on the board. Toledo back on the field, and they have looked all but unstoppable to the Valley State Crusaders. 1st and 10 from the 34-yard line. Going to play a little bit of zone. We've got to have some pressure. Oh, man, we got to have some pressure from that D-line. It's non-existent. 2nd and 9, and a stop would be big. Pistol shotgun formation. Nobody out on Maddox as he's going to turn upfield and pick up the first down. Big hit. Heavy set coming out for Toledo as they have a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10. Got to get there. We finally do. Another sack. Carter Bradley's taken down Devontae McDermott with his 2nd tackle today. 1st sack of the season for McDermott. And finally, a little bit of positivity from that D-line, which has been stark so far this year. 2nd and 11 for the Rockets as they come out. And what is going to happen here? Another one! We shut him down. Another sack. Bradley goes down. Devontae McDermott, back-to-back sacks for Valley State. Unheard of. It's unprecedented. As Carter didn't know where to go and ended up in the big arms of Devontae McDermott. Oh boy, it is 3rd and 12. This would be a big stop for the Valley State Crusaders. Missed my man out of the backfield. He's got all day long. Going for the win, and it's intercepted! Kyle Wall looking for a block. He's going to take it down the sideline. Got to get past the O-line. To the 45. It's the first turnover that we've seen from our defense. Kyle Wall intercepts the ball from Bradley. The first blemish of the game. Gotta love that. The Crusaders coming up big from their defense. You don't get a chance to say that often, so really excited that we do. Back on the field, Valley State Crusaders are going to take this and look for an opportunity to score again. Don't like the looks anywhere. Going to try to get around the corner. We do. Just going to step out of bounds. Picks up 9. Marquise Jackson on the scramble keeper. 2nd and 1 now for Valley State after the scamper from Jackson. And we're just going to run this one up the gut, looking for some blocks. We do finally get a few blocks and a few positive yards finally from Jake Majerus. Pick up a 10. That's going to move the sticks for the Crusaders. 1st and 10 now for the Crusaders as they're going to come out in a 5-wide look. Jackson surveys the field. He's going to look for Jeff Hunter, the speedster, on the bubble screen. Jeff Hunter trying to make a difference. Shrugs off his shoulder. And he finally is taken down. Jeez, he broke a tackle. He's taken down. Jeff Hunter on the bubble screen picks up 15. 1st and 10, Valley State Crusaders looking to make an answer. So far in this one, it has been a rough go. They do have the contain, and I tried to get rid of it. Oh man, I tried to get rid of it. I hit the button, and we are sacked. It's going to be the first sack of the game, and that puts us in a very tough spot. Don't love a lot of the looks we have. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh man, that's tough. We forced it. We forced it. Another huge pick. 3 picks for us today. That's terrible. We forced it. They've got ball hawk defense. They knew we were struggling there. I'm at a loss of words from the performance here by the user. Our defense finally comes up big, but the offense turns it right back over as Toledo is going to have an opportunity again here before half. Oh man, that was just ugly. And I get turned around out of the backfield. Got to make a play. We do. Toledo is going to call timeout. And truthfully, at this point, I should have been having my eyes set on the clock. I didn't quite realize how quickly the time was going down. Jackson's hurt. That will be interesting to figure out as we have 10 seconds left here in the first half. Big pass deflection there from our defense. Might have been Owen Elgins. I don't want to risk it with Jackson there. 7 seconds here left in the first half, and we had a pretty pivotal mistake. A lot of mistakes this first half, but of course the interception to end the half for us did not look good on the offensive side. They're going to tightrope that one. 4 seconds to go here. Not even going to mess with it. I'm going to be Devontae McDermott. Got to make a play here. McDermott! And we get there. We finally... You know, we played our position. I'm so used to D-line. Where Devontae McDermott comes up. That's the 3rd sack of the day for 91. We stay out of danger. We're still down 2 touchdowns. We will start the ball with the second half here. But just a really bad performance to open up the game here in the Glass Bowl. Story of the day has been the Toledo defense. 3 interceptions so far, and they have been ball hawks. There hasn't been much we could do. We haven't had much of an answer all day long, but that's okay. It's the start of the second half. We've gone through, we talked to our coach, and it is time to really make an impact. Majerus in the bubble screen. No help from Osborne as he doesn't make any block there. Doesn't pick up any for Majerus on the opening play. But good to see Marquise Jackson back in the game after having that injury toward the end of the first half. Sweep with Majerus, and there's just nowhere to go. Our line has been really struggling these past few weeks with run blocking. Getting loud in the Glass Bowl. 3rd and 10 Crusaders. They've got it covered down. Got to have it. It's Jake Majerus, 4th and 4. Hard to come up with a play for 3rd and 10. We're near midfield. We got to go for it. Said it too many times before, and we've fallen short, as it's been a tough day for Jackson. 4th and 4 for the Crusaders. Long, oh my goodness, long throw across the field. And we had in our arms. The dropped passes have been detrimental as Jeff Hunter drops another one. And this one on 4th down, it's going to turn the ball over to Toledo. And this has been a tough game for our receiving core. Had a few drops, missed blocks, and we're putting a lot of pressure on this non-existent defense. And man, we just cannot stop them. It doesn't matter what concept we call. Quickly turn the ball back over to Toledo, and they are looking to make an impact pretty quickly as we've got him in the backfield. Hubbard there. Finally, user tackle for loss on the sweep to the left for Koback. 2nd and 10 now as Toledo will come out in a shotgun look here as we cover the middle of the field. This is going to be a screen. And we had him in the backfield, but he does get back to the line of scrimmage on the screen. Gain of 1, they're going to say, but it's 3rd and 10 for Toledo. Got to make a difference here. It's the same route. I mean, if anyone's got any advice, they keep running out routes. I just can't seem to stop it. Whether it's zone, whether it's man, they run an out route, and my team is torched. It just doesn't matter. I feel like this might help this type of formation, but you know, too little, too late probably. As our blockers are matched up and took out the knees there after he broke a tackle, but Koback with a 13-yard rush. Looking good. The Crusaders are absolutely on their heels in this one, as we are going to try to make a goal line stand. Gotta get there. We do! Sack! Carter Bradley goes down. We blitzed with Hubbard, and we got there. No, that wasn't even Hubbard. I was not Hubbard that play. Mackey, maybe? Mackey with the sack, and that was huge. Just too much time. We had pretty decent coverage, but our line, especially with only 3 rushing, too much time. It's 35-14. Toledo on top of the Crusaders, as we have absolutely been on our heels this game. Unfortunately, at this point, we have absolutely got to make a quick impact. Oh, when it rains, it pours. Really pours. That's going to be a pick 6. Just a horrible showing from me. I'm trying to rush it now. 4 turnovers. Toledo is rolling. We are rolling down the hill quickly. 42-14. Toledo on top of the Crusaders. McPherson's tired. It's Osborne now back for this one. As maybe he'll provide a little bit of spark for the Crusaders down the sideline. It's Joe Osborne. 55-yard return for number 8. McPherson is literally tired from returning. Pretty out of this one. We're just going to do our best to make it look good. 3 minutes left in the third quarter. As we hit McCullough. McCullough, a new one for us. Sean McCullough on the reception there. Brings up a first down for the Crusaders, and we've got an interesting looking team. Kyle Wall is in, who is one of our corners. So obviously our team is pretty tired. Kenny Cummings is going to have the reception there as we are quickly threatening for a score, which is needed at this point, and apparently our receivers need a little bit of time to recover. So let's go back to our halfback zone out of the pistol full house. Hopefully that will help. It doesn't seal the edge at all. Why would I think it helps? Our O-line has struggled so much, and I don't know what has happened lately. I know they haven't been good, but they've been terrible of late. As we've got Cummings up the middle. 20-yard reception for Cummings, and we're just trying to score quickly and score often. And the Crusaders are trying to make a difference here. Just gotta get rid of it. Yeah, we didn't have much of a look there. Just had to get rid of it. Hopefully we can get McPherson here on this comeback route. Into the teeth of defense, and another case of the drop ball. So that's been a pretty common theme as well. Drop passes, mistakes by the O-line, and that is how you find yourself in a hole, and you find yourself in a hole very quickly. As we are here, 42-14. Hunter does hold on there. 5-yard touchdown for Jeff Hunter. As we just squeaked that ball in there. Really just got to score quick, score off, and we have to double our points that we already have this game, and that's putting a lot of trust in our defense. 21-42, Valley State falling right now to Toledo. Big ask for our defense. Can the defense make an impact? Good tackle there. Coming up, Jared Green with the stop on Micah Kelly, his first carry of the game. Koback got his wind knocked out of him. I knew that was a big hit on the kick return. As it's 2nd and 6 here for the Rockets. We got a trail, and we got tripped up. Oh, my goodness. We literally tripped as we trailed perfectly and just fell. And, of course, Elgin Owens gets just railed trying to make a play. And our safety finally comes up with the tackle there after a huge scamper. 1st and 10 Rockets come out in a double halfback look there in the backfield as, wow. We just have to get in the way, and Toledo has just been a force all game long. Safety, another tackle there. And this has been, by and large, the worst game of the year for us. We didn't even look this bad against Virginia Tech week 1. Coming at the hands of a MAC divisional opponent. We try to hit the gaps. We finally do make a tackle on the first hit. Hopefully the D-line will make a little penetration as it's going to be a run. We do hold them short to 3rd and goal. Gotta have them here to where they kick a field goal. Can only give up 3. As we've got to have a stop. Gotta have it. They walled it off perfectly. I mean, he could have slow walked into the end zone as our D-line had nothing for the Rockets. Thanks to anyone holding on to watch this beatdown by the Rockets on Valley State. You knew we were due for one of these. We've had a lot of lucky good games as not so great team, and looks like Texas is going to hold off to beat the top 5 Oklahoma Sooners. Oh, double whammy. If there's any bright spot at all, our kick return has been pretty good today as McPherson is back again. Just trying to get around the edge. 26-yard pickup for McPherson as we are back on the field and just trying to make this game look a little less ugly. Back on the field is the Crusaders, 1st and 10, down 21-49, as there's just not much going on. I like a few things, but not much. Took a huge shot on a 3-yard run for Marquise Jackson. Don't love to see that. I probably should have just scooted out of bounds. But Jackson is going to take that big shot, and it's the end of the 3rd quarter. 1 quarter to go for these Crusaders. They've got to survive and not get embarrassed any further. Let's see if Jackson can get down the field there. Toss it over to Jeff Hunter. He's had a few drops in this game. What we've got. Yeah, they knew what we were doing. Another pick. Jackson, just don't get hurt. Big pick. Rough day for the user, rough day for Jackson. You can see they kind of knew we were going the whole day. They've been ball hawking us all day long. It's just one of those games. We're going to have a rebound next week. That's pretty much going to solidify it here. With 7 minutes to go, we just are trying to look for some highlights as we just continue to get eaten up by blocks. Took 4 Crusaders to take down Kobach, as Toledo has had our number from the start of this one. Hate to see it, hate to see it. Oh, wowza. Screen apparently was dialed up well. He can't even be tackled. Our D-line is brain dead. Not saying I'm great, but our D-line is brain dead. They get the most free rush they've had of the day. And they're like, hey, this is my opportunity to give up 30. I ate a block there. At least Clement made the tackle. I ate the block for him. So Clement scraped off our backside. They still pick up 5. And I've got to get better. I mean, I've got to get better at defense. There's no doubt about that. I have been shaky at best sometimes playing the linebacker position. It would be nice to stop them just for the fact to shred. How could we expect it? Toledo's hyped. 56 points from the Rockets today. For the 8th or 9th time today. Gonna take this one out. God, I would love to see just 1 touchdown for McPherson. He's gonna have the perimeter. Down the sideline, McPherson goes to midfield. He has been the bright spot in our return game all season long, and certainly today, McPherson, huge return. We got out to such a bad start, we really got away from our game plan. Haven't been able to run the ball at all today. It's been rough. Bubble screen to Jackson, he's going to pick up 3. An aggressive look coming in here. Got a corner route, dropped by Hunter. Nothing short of normal there. A lot of drops. A lot of drops as soon as we started MAC action. Really started even back against Oklahoma. We had just a ton of drops from our team. Gotta have the ball here. Kenny Cummings grabs the reception there. Pick up a 14 for the Crusaders here. Found Cummings again. He is hammered. He was sent like 4 feet in the air there for Cummings. Gets up quickly, though, as they are going to sprint back to the line. Looking for Cummings. Touchdown. 16-yard reception. It's a quick drive, but man, we're way out of this one. 4:26 left. Now 56-28 with Toledo on top. Texas solidifies it, and will take down Oklahoma in the Red River Showdown. Back onto the field, the Toledo Rockets come up big in the Glass Bowl as we are trying to play a little defense and just want to get some defensive stats, I guess, because we have none for offense. Isaiah Winstead going to pick up 10. They're still passing the ball, which kind of pisses me off. We are going to be looking for huge revenge next year against the Toledo Rockets. As we just... Oh, my goodness, man. This guy is unstoppable. Bryant Kobach. 135 yards on the day. Runs through our defensive end. Jeez. Adrian was there, misses the tackle. That throws off our linebacker, Hubbard. And a big pickup for the Rockets on that carry. 3:42 left. I abandoned my zone, which was not good. Big hit! Coming across the middle. That was my fault. They're still passing the ball. Oh, they're going to draw it. Big hit, baby. Take that, Bradley. As Clement. Going to have a huge hit on Bradley there. I think they're going to run the ball here, right here. And we do! We make the play. Clement shoots the gap. Brings up 3rd and 4. On the YouTube channel. We got to make the play, and we are there. Bringing up a 4th down. We do stop them. First one of the game. It's going to be 2 minutes left. Kick is up, and it is good. 59-28. Rockets on top. We're going to have to hit the film room after this one. Yeah, they just know what we're doing at this point. I see RB. Just slide. Just slide. Big scamper from Jackson. We've got Joseph over the top. Joe Osborne. 5'10", touchdown, Valley State. School record. 5 passing touchdowns in a game. The record will have a blemish on the day that we have had. So all of our touchdowns have come through the air. 35 now for the Crusaders. Still trailing to Toledo, who has 59. And the onside kick, just to see how we would do. And that'll pretty much do it here for this one. 1 minute left. Shouldn't be much action left unless we make a pretty cool big stop. Ah, we're tripped up again. Wowza, man. Wowza, our defense, man. That was rough. What a no-doubter. 65. 65 for Toledo. We're going to run the ball. I don't want them to have the ball back anymore. We're getting embarrassed. Valley State, huge loss here at the Glass Bowl. 66-35 as the Rockets absolutely had our number all day long. And how could they not? Bryant Koback is a monster. Real quick, we'll jump into game stats here. So you can see Jackson had to air it out all day long. We had 332 through the air. Great. 5 touchdowns. School record through the air. But also potentially a school record that they probably don't keep. 6 interceptions. Worst of the season. Probably close to our season total at that point. So rushing, nothing. Jackson had 38. We couldn't do anything on the ground. Our O-line was horrible. There was no doubt about that. We've really got to get some of those recruits in because we have got to shore up our line, even from a depth standpoint. I saw, different players that weren't even O-linemen in the depth chart just because we don't have that many O-linemen. Receiving, of course, you're going to see a big day. We spread the ball out pretty well. 2 touchdowns for Kenny Cummings and 2 touchdowns for Joe Osborne. The other touchdown was Jeff Hunter. Defense, our free safety, Rima Barnes, came up big as he had to because he was the last defense for anything we had. I think if we're going to highlight anything on the defense, there's a few things. Tackle for losses. This is the most TFLs we've had as a team, probably all season. And it's pretty diverse. I mean, Bowen, Hubbard, Mackey, Clement, Wall, Minor, all TFLs, and of course, the sack from Joseph Mackey was huge, and 3 sacks from Devontae McDermott. So that's going to do it here from the Glass Bowl in Toledo, Ohio. And it does look like our coach did go up a level here, so we are going to go over into skill tree that we do have. Now, we did have that question mark last week, right? We put 1 to get that extra 500 points these past, actually week 6, 7, and 8 is when we're going to have that. We're going to go ahead and put this one now and get that extra 500 bonus 500 bonus on the last half of the season. I think that will be beneficial for us recruiting down the road. Real quick, I just want to check, make sure recruiting looks all good, and go through the recruiting board one final time before the week does advance. Charlie Cole, we still have that advantage. We see him every week to start off this recap, and we just keep getting those 35 points a week over Iowa. He'll be a decent backup for us. He already has a scholarship offer, so we'll go ahead and keep him on the board. Reggie Hunt, one of those guys that we just added this week. We scouted him. Really excited about Reggie Hunt. Went up 3. He would be a huge addition to just add some diversity. We're going to lose Jake Majerus in a couple years. And of course, Freddie Dykes is in a similar boat. So just starting to replenish that backfield with folks that are good. Just for reference, Reggie Hunt, 75 overall true freshman. Majerus is a redshirt junior, and he's 78 overall. So just to show you how good Reggie Hunt could be. Of course, Richard Armstrong, old Richie in the backfield. We are excited about him to get him in. Just need a little better blocking. I would love to see the impact block be a little higher, but the run block is a nice addition, and he's got a little bit of catching on the backfield, which could be helpful down the road. Wide receiver, of course, we did sign Chris Corbett, so we're really excited. That freed up some points for us. Next is going to be Philip Hart. Hart would be huge. Could you imagine this freshman duo for Valley State next year? David Collier and Ryan Whitaker are kind of on back burner for us at this point. We do have them both on the board. Whitaker does have a scholarship offer. Collier does not. We just added Collier this week. Udalane Lemon, we talked about him way back. And at this point, we have such a big lead, I'd hate to really mess anything up. He isn't great, not even really fast. So Udalane Lemon, he might be off the board. I just kind of liked his name. Calvin Williams, another one of those that we might be taking off the board. We do have him scheduled to visit in week 15. That is a bye week for us, but we're just falling. We're not putting any points into him at this point because we are just more in love with Bill Jackson. So we got a lot of points into Bill Jackson. He would be a nice anchor for us at that tight end position and would really help out with our blocking from a tight end perspective. Going into our tackles, we're really hoping Joe Andrews will commit after this week. That'll free up 200 points for us as we're at 97% lock. At that point, we have to decide if we want any other tackles just to add a little bit of depth. Of course, we do have Deloach. We are looking good on him, although his percentage locked is very low because we haven't put any points on him this year. Do have a scholarship offer to Deloach. Sutherland coming out to visit week 8 as we continue to be on top of Pitt for him. Quentin Norton, I really like him, but we're starting to really fall off to the Spartans. And at this point, for comparable players with Deloach and Sutherland, I don't know if it's worth investing a whole lot of points into Norton. You all know about Gabe Hines. We've been really excited about this potential freshman at Valley State as we continue to grow that lead and dump points into Gabe Hines. Same thing with Will Kent, who we've scheduled for week 8. Jason Mason, you already know about, gonna be the absolute cornerstone for the future of our offensive line, and it is needed. He is going to make a huge improvement for the Crusaders up front. Anthony Jackson, we had visit in week 5. We are hoping that this is just a commit, get him off the board. You can see Navy had a visit with him the following weekend, but they just aren't, they're so far behind. I'm hoping Anthony Jackson will commit after this week. Tim Madison, not quite as big a lead, not quite as far locked, but we do like Tim Madison, would like to shore up both of these defenders. That would really, one, add some depth at the very least, but also add some skill to our D-line, which has been failing miserably. Mike Brown, I'm going to give it one more week. I'm going to give it one more week for Mike Brown. We're dumping 500 points into him. We're still going to carry. We're going to have 5,500 again next week because of our new attribute that we just unlocked with our coach. But we're still falling by 375. The only hope I have for Mike Brown at this point is to get to the offseason and just have to dump a bunch of points into him because he would be a day one starter. He would be the cornerstone of the D-line. So Mike Brown would be a pivotal get. I'm feeling not optimistic, but he could be, an off-season, late push, heavy point dump into to shore up that D-line who has been atrocious. Alston has been added to the board. And you can see they're pretty comparable. I'd like to get both of them, truthfully. You can see we got a little bit more speed and everything with Anderson, so he's still our preferred. but just an overall little bit better player, Mark Alston, at that outside linebacker position. Do have quite a few points now into our middle linebackers. Marlon Sanders, we know all about. He's going to come out week 11 as we are in a battle with Texas as they just took down OU. And Julian Dixon, of course, in a battle. Looks like Southeast State making a move on Dixon. Brandon Sanders, you know about the cornerback. We are continuing to grow on his interest. He would be a huge get for us at the corner position. And you know about our athletes. Chris Smith. We just need Chris to sign. He's only 70% locked. Or 69% locked. Really wish Chris would just commit. He hasn't really been, too on us all year. Obviously, no one else is just going for him. Lawrence Norman, we know about. Really fast. Omar Booth, kind of one of those defensive players as we continue to separate ourselves from Ohio State. And then finally, Charles Martin, the #1 recruit in the nation, Charles Martin. We are just going to give it a shot every week. 500 points. See if we can get him. He would be a halfback for us. So it is week 7. Next week will be week 8 as we take on Bowling Green next week in week 8. So that is going to do it here for this episode of Valley State Crusaders. My name is Bulldog. You can follow us on Twitch, Bulldog Plays Live. YouTube is just Bulldog, or you can follow us on Twitter at Bulldog YouTube to follow for updates. Have a good night.